Today, we are opening the Collage Studio. In this video, we will go over how to use and care for the Collage Studio. What is a collage? A collage is the art of gluing pieces together onto a base. The word collage comes from the French language, and it means to glue. In this studio, you can collage or glue your own ideas. What do artists collage? Artists collage what they see, feel, imagine, and remember. They even experiment with ideas and materials. Please note that an experiment is not the same thing as mess making. An artistic experiment is when an artist asks a question, then takes a risk with a new idea or material. They try out this idea and observe or watch closely to see what happens. Next, they reflect on whether they liked what happened in order to decide if they should do more, try again, or change their plan. Experimenting does not involve damaging or wasting materials. Artists create with a purpose in mind, even if they are not always sure what the finished product will look like. Artists know that materials in good condition help them make great art. What media is in the Collage Studio? This studio has scrap paper that can be glued onto base paper. The studio will always have scissors, silly scissors, glue sticks, glue bottles, hole punchers, and paper. The studio will sometimes have fabric scraps, string, magazines, old calendars, stickers, and envelopes. These materials may change throughout the year based on availability. There are Ask Me pockets showing craft materials and tools that you can request from the teacher. Be prepared to explain your plan and tell the teacher how many of the items you need. How do I set up? First, plan your idea. Next, choose your base paper. Choose scrap paper, fabric, or magazine scraps to add to your collage. You will also need scissors and something to attach your scraps with, such as glue stick or glue bottle. The attachment materials have different levels of stickiness. Be sure to check the sticky meter poster and choose the right material for the job. If you are unsure, please ask the teacher for help. Bring your materials to a table spot and begin creating your idea. Write your name and class code on the base paper, then flip over to the front. You can cut or tear your paper into the shapes you need. Design and arrange the background first. Do not glue your collage pieces just yet. Keep cutting or tearing paper scraps until you have made the majority of your background pieces. You can overlap your pieces, which means some will partially cover others. Try different ways to arrange them until you find the best option. When gluing paper to paper, use a glue stick. Take off the cap and twist a small amount of glue up. Move on to cutting out additional shapes and details that will be glued on top of the background. Remember to try different ways to arrange them until you find the best option. Then you can glue them to the base. If your design requires some craft supplies, such as a popsicle stick or string, use a glue bottle. Twist open the cap and apply a small amount of glue by saying ... not a lot to yourself. Press and hold your item to the base paper until it sticks. Sometimes you will need to count to 20. Rules. Take care of the materials and only use them for making collage art. Only cut materials in the Collage Studio. Never cut hair, clothing, or other things that are not art supplies. Safety first. Walk with scissors held tightly in your fist and with the sharp tip facing down. Snap the cap to close glue sticks. Twist the cap closed on glue bottles. Remember, ... not a lot when using liquid glue. Cut out paper shapes by cutting from the outside edge and working your way in. Cutting shapes out of the middle wastes paper. Take only what you need for your collage. Extra materials may not go home in your pockets or a bag. You share this studio with every artist in the whole school, so you need to leave materials for other classes. How do I clean up? Store your collage in your table basket. If it is very wet with glue, place it on the drying rack. Sort your scraps. Scraps that are larger than your little finger could be used by another artist and should be saved. Return these larger scraps to the color-coded drawers. Scraps that are smaller than your little finger are unlikely to be used by another artist. You may put these in the blue recycling bin. Return scissors, glue, and other materials to the Collage Studio. Check your table spot, floor, and the area around the Collage Studio. Pick up any scraps or supplies, even if they are not yours. Finally, sit at your home base. Artists collage what they see, feel, imagine, and remember. They even experiment with ideas and materials. Thanks for watching. I can't wait to see what you create.